I'm dolo, and I'm good with that.
Don't fuck with me. I'm
backed by God, so I don't even know how to have the fear you need me to have.
Boy, if you weak-ass niggas even thought of doing something to me, I light y'all bitch ass up.
I don't fuck with nobody. So when you fuck with me, I'm gonna fuck with you.
You want to be somewhere where people are all trying to grow. And if you going behind, guess what they gonna do? Tell you, hey bro, either get right or get the hell on. You see what I'm saying? But them the type of people you need to be around because that holds you to a standard.
If you can't receive someone telling you something, and even if you don't like who's saying it, if you're focused on what they're who's saying it than what they're saying, you're not emotionally intelligent.
That's a fact.
You're emotional.
God put me through a lot of trials and tribulations so that I wouldn't get complacent, so that I could remember who the fuck I am.
Obsessed with finding myself now and not having to prove anything to anybody other than myself.
I believe in wins and lessons. Ain't no such thing as a loss. Everything is a lesson.
You can't let nothing break you. I don't care what the situation is, my nigga. Don't let that shit break you, because it's always a way.
Stay you. Be you, be different. Don't try to follow no ways. What work for somebody else ain't gonna work for you.
Oh, I'm trying to better myself. I'm scrubbing to better myself. Or I'm just trying to be a better person. Yeah.
Giving your best is enough. And sometimes we lose track of that. So for anybody out there, you know, you're enough.
If one door closed, another one gonna open.
I'm someone you really shouldn't put your hands on. So just make sure that this what you want, because I'm not gonna stop, and I'm very resourceful.
See, I'm not one of them niggas that know a lot about a little. I know a little about a lot, bitch. I might not be the brightest candle on the cake, but bitch, I'm lit.
Yo, it's your boy Light Buddha Mike back at it again. I had made it a late one because I had work tonight too, you know what I'm saying? So, and then what you call wanted to come up here and say something. I was waiting for her, waiting for Divine to come up, but I don't know if she's gonna be here on time. Let's keep it going though. You know what I'm saying? Keep it moving. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and share.
My friends be like, how come you not famous yet? I be like, you didn't share my shit. How come you didn't share it yet?
Okay, ready?
Bitch on the ride on my back like a Mustang. I gotta watch on my wrist is a bust down. See ya. I'm tryna hop on a flight out of town. See ya. But I send my baby to bring it right round. See ya.
Yo, let me put this link in the chat real quick before I forget. Bam. Tamara, what's up? Appreciate the check-in. Let's get it started though. Don't want to hold y'all too long.
Starting December 16th, Meta will begin reading your DMs. Every message, photo, and voice note fed into AI for profit. Let's look at this video and then we're going to get more into it, guys. We're going to get more into it.
Starting December 16th, Meta will start reading your DMs. Every conversation, every photo, every voice message fed into AI and used for profit. So here's how to stop it. Now, they make this intentionally difficult on purpose, and you can only do this on desktop. You cannot do this from the mobile app. So first, you're going to visit privacycenter.instagram.com, and it's going to take you to this page here. And what you want to do is you click on Other Policies and Articles, and you'll see where it says How Meta Uses Information for Generative AI Models and Features. Click here. And the third option is Privacy and Generative AI. You open this, scroll to the bottom, and you'll see it says, whether you use Meta products or not, anyone can submit requests related to their personal information from third parties being used to develop and improve AI at Meta. You click on Learn More and Submit Requests here. And this is the form that you want to submit. So you click this, fill out this information here, and send this, and this is how you submit to opt out of Meta using your information to improve their AI services.
But that's not it, guys. That's not it. Let me just see if there's anything else right here. Yeah, actually, I'll read this because I just want you to understand how serious this is. Meta is rolling out a new policy that lets them use your private conversation to train their AI unless you manually opt out, which he just showed you how. That means every DM you've ever sent, not just going forward, but your whole history. Every photo, every voice memo, every private chat with friends, family, partners, clients, even messages people send to you. All of it can be fed into their AI models. And yes, they made the opt-out process intentionally confusing and desktop only, so most people won't do it. This video explains exactly how to stop it. If you don't do this, Meta can legally use every private thing you've ever sent to train their AI, starting December 16th. This is not a drill. Will you trust Meta with your private DMs? Now let's take a look at this one because it's not just them, guys. No. Good morning and happy Monday. That's when she posted it on today. If you have a Gmail account, now is the time to check your settings. AI may be reading all of your emails. What did I tell you? I told you what's coming with AI. I told you this is a global domination. There is no place on earth they want you to be able to hide.
If you have a Gmail account, you're going to want to listen up. Okay?
So get on that shit. Y'all gonna need to do that because you don't want them reading none of your information at all. At all. I'm gonna have to do that myself.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow, so just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
All right, you ever notice the weird blue arch? All right, you ever notice the weird blue arches around the top of the 1587 Urbano Monte map? Most people think they're just some old school artwork. No, these are actually messages. This is Monty literally leaving instructions around the edge of the world. Each one of these petals is filled with tightly packed Latin writing, and that writing, it's a description of the lands beyond the familiar world, climates, the creatures, the people, and the myths explorers claimed existed out there. It's like Monty carved little windows into the zones we're not supposed to talk about. Super strange, right? Inside each arch, it breaks down the winds that govern each direction, the celestial movements overhead, hell, the climate zones, frigida, temperata, terita, and the behaviors of the people in those regions, from savages to tribes, hell, to giants and marvelous beasts. This wasn't just a map, dude. It was a cosmic chart mixed with a world record of forbidden lands. Now the blue arches, they represent the celestial dome, the sky itself, sliced into sections like Monty was mapping the heavens and the earth at the same damn time. Every single arch corresponds with direction, a wind, star, alignment, and the geography below is almost like he's hinting that the earth and the sky were connected, layers in one giant system. And when you zoom in on the writing, he talks about the lands of strange animals, impossible climates, and people that don't fit the official narrative we're taught today. This right here, this is the oldest surviving attempt to document the world outside the world, the edges, the borders, the things past the line we're not supposed to cross. So the real question is, why did Urbano Monty think he needed to hide all the real information in the sky? If nothing was going down outside the known lands, why map the heavens like a locked gate? Not like, follow, and share. I'll leave the orange card down below for this 1587 Urbano Monty map. And remember, TikTok, we're building.
So we are. Yes, how is the weather out there, y'all? Supposed to get like -14 around here. I don't know what the heck that's about, but I don't know. Maybe 14. It's probably about 14. Tomorrow I'll be able to do some work. Yeah, thanks for liking the video, everybody. Appreciate all the thumbs up, support, help out the channel. You know what I'm saying? Helps us grow, helps us show, helps us get out there to let people know. We know.
Are on the way. A lot of you woke up and realized that Jesus wasn't coming back. You left their religion alone and started learning about the what? Anunnaki and other stuff like that. So now they got you believing that the Anunnaki is coming to return to help you. And that is not the truth at all, because we are the Anunnaki, all right? The Anunnaki are the creation from Anu, the Naga serpents, and Enki. That was the three that put us together, the same way Israel is Isis, Ra, and the Elohim. We are the creation. We are what came from Jacob. Israel, number one, ain't even a place. It's a person. So for all of you that's still talking about Israel being the motherland, it's not even a place in the Bible. It's not. It is a person. It was Jacob. Wake up. But back to the subject. They continue telling you there's a galactic federation, there's the Anunnaki, there's something that's coming, because you all quit believing that Jesus was coming. And now they need your attention back on something coming to help you, to keep you and us from helping our...
That's real talk too. It took us away from spirit, self, inner workings. Make us look outside of ourselves, outside of this place, to a place we've never been. Why do they have us so deep in our thoughts, looking out instead of looking within? Let's get it.
You see, this a whole nother power right here. You know, it's generations rolled up into this shit. And me, you hear me? Like, it's generations rolled up into this shit, God. Y'all hear me out there? Reflections like it's real life generation shit. Like, I really be like listening to Malcolm X and them, and I be crying listening to that shit, or I be thinking about how they did Pac, or I be looking at how they really doing our planet and our people. Like, I really be in tears behind this shit off camera. Like, y'all don't understand. See, this shit is different when your third eye's like, that's why I be telling y'all, like, you don't want your third eye all the way open neither, because this shit pressure on you. I'm trying to tell you, because when you know all this shit an illusion, you know, everybody else think it's real, it's a fucked up world a little bit for you, because you like, damn, you kind of want to go back. Sometimes, y'all, I be wanting to wish I can go back to not remembering so much shit. Because life was easier when I was in the Matrix. When I was in the Matrix, nigga, this shit was marvelous, nigga. Like, then you get out the Matrix, and you realize this shit ain't now. It's different. So it's like you got to be able to handle that too.
Yo, Divine, I'm ready. In bed. All right, maybe tomorrow. But then we're going to keep it short then. It's all right. We're going to keep it short. As long as we get one in today, you know what I'm saying? We good, right? Right.
I think I found the real reason why the American Revolutionary War was started, and I think history is repeating itself. And it's not what they taught us in school. Because if you learned about the American Revolutionary War in school, you were probably taught about things like the Stamp Act, where the slogan was no taxation without representation. And sure, this is part of the story, but it's not the whole story. So what was it that the Founding Fathers were really most concerned about? Well, it definitely wasn't tea, and part of it was taxation without representation. But the big thing was actually money. If you notice, the Stamp Act was regulating all sorts of printed materials that had to be printed on stamped paper. So they were regulating printed materials. And the important part is that it had to be paid in British currency, not in colonial paper money. Because at the time, the colonists were experimenting with all sorts of their own kinds of money. During the 1700s, the colonists were free from English central banking that had been ruling their lives for the last 100 years or more, and they were inventing their own currencies by the people, for the people. And don't get me wrong, many of those currencies were
Even stamps are a currency if you pay attention. Pay attention.
I'm sorry. If you only want to work 4 hours, it's going to be harder for you to get a house. We busted our behinds. We had to bust our...
Hi, Whoopi. I'm Freddie. I run numbers on the internet, and I got to show you something. The minimum wage in 1980 was $3.10. It is now $7.25. The average salary was $12,500. It's now $59,000. And the median household income was $22,000, and now it's only $77,000 for a 3.5 times increase. However, rent was $243 on average. Now it is $1,900 for a 7.8 times increase. The median house price was $47,000. It is now $419,000 for an 8.9 times increase. And the big one, college, was $2,300. It is now $30,000, 13 times more expensive. Our median household income, to feel like they did back then, for rent should be $171,000 for the family, and for college, it'd be equivalent to our family making $286,000. And to remind everyone, the median household income is $77,000. So Whoopi, with all due respect, I think millennials and Gen Zs have it at least 8 to 10 times harder than you all did.
Shoes, what it do? Where's Isaac? It's all right. Just keep him moving.
That you know, that they have this footage and however they got it. The fact that it exists is like, Diddy, why would you even start recording this? Like, why would you even give us this leverage to even put this thing out? Please give us some text. Well, I won't call it leverage, but go ahead.
Well, the whole point of him filming this whole thing was because I'm sure that he planned on doing his own documentary. This is an extreme narcissist you're talking about. Extreme. He's sitting there with feds, and I shot away from his hotel suite, filming his hotel room, and he's looking at them and he's filming it right back. He's literally saying in certain parts, yeah, make sure you're filming all of this because we need to get some, you know, some cutaway shots.
That's wild. That's wild.
No, he was literally, I mean, did nobody pay attention to that?
Oh, I saw it.
Like he said, yeah, make sure you're filming all of this. We need this for cutaways. Like you're sitting here collecting footage, like a director, like an AD.
Jaguar says this wasn't some random choice. In her view, this was classic Diddy, an extreme narcissist who thought he could control the entire story. She believes he planned to make his own documentary about the situation, turning himself into the hero of his own movie. But what shocked her most wasn't Diddy filming. It was what he and his lawyer said while the cameras rolled.
But when you've got a lawyer like Mark Agnifilo, who is orchestrating your possible surrender, because as you heard him say in the beginning of the documentary, he was very clear. It's almost the middle of September and there's no indictment. As you heard Diddy say, I've been an exemplary client like you've asked. You said I've been an excellent client. I came here. I did everything you asked me to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're literally having this conversation.
Yeah, in that conversation, Diddy was worried about the outlook of the public versus the victim.
Outlook of the public. Oh, he was worried a lot more than that. You don't think? He literally sat there and said, we need comms. He's sitting there talking like an evil dictator. We need comms.
I'm just saying, man. Lie to that light. Lie to that light. Let's keep it shining.
I'm about to play all the videos, but Ty Lil is gonna win in court against Jordan Pauline. Because why did she say if he apologized for the disrespect, she would have never accused him of SA?
Harassed, manipulated, gaslit, everything but an apology. And if niggas would have apologized, I would have reconsidered even speaking on this.
Wait, there's more videos, but because you didn't apologize the way I like, I'm going to accuse you of these actions. That's wild to say. Then they asked her, was it Baby Rich that did it to her? And she said this.
Fuck no, not Baby Rich. Ew.
Ew? We care about the attraction of somebody that just committed a crime against us? Hey, Free, did these girls rob you? No, ew, not my type. What? Also, she deleted her story time, but it's right here for y'all that want to watch the full clip by yourself.
He's like, you don't like me? I've always had a crush on you since you did that Been a Dawn stream. Like, you've always been, like, my crush, da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you have a girlfriend? Like, no. Like, if you actually courted me and actually wanted to talk to me, then it would be a different story. This is me saying that to him.
If he actually liked you or wanted to be with you, you would have let him tap again. What?
I felt disrespected. I felt disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a different story if somebody actually liked me, courted me, wanted to get to know me.
Again, we're talking about a serious accusation right now. And repeatedly throughout your video, you just keep talking about if he actually liked you or wanted to be with you or he apologized, then you wouldn't have taken it this far. Listen to this next video I'm about to play. Mind you, they're both under the influence. She never stated that he held her down, forced her, anything. This is what she said.
The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boohoo crying, you guys. I'm crying like this. He was like, why are you crying? Da, 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 da. I'm like, because like I didn't want to like, you know, and he's like, oh, well, I'm going to talk to you again. I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route because you have a fucking girlfriend.
You revoked consent and he stopped. Your words. He did not try to continue after you revoked consent. That is not considered. The next day you tell him if he didn't have a girlfriend, it would be a different story to try again.
And my crush, da 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 da. I'm like, bro, you have a girlfriend? Like, no, like, if you actually courted me and actually wanted to talk to me, then it would be a different story. This is me saying that to him. And of course,
then she admits in the thing that she didn't file a report yet. She says that after this live, I'm going to get my report ready. I mean, 3-4 days passed. You never called the cops. You only took it this far because you felt disrespected. Then you admit that he has video call recording of you that may prove his innocence. But you say it's illegal in California to record someone without them knowing.
Disrespectful. He's taping me. In the state of California, you cannot tape someone's phone call without their recollection. You cannot tape someone's phone call. Like, you really cannot tape someone's phone call, you guys. He's like, I'm like, well, I just...
You base like that sounds as if like you're not trying to let him release the recording of y'all conversation or legal action. Like, why wouldn't you want the conversation leaked? Then you say you deleted all your messages with him. You just kept phone calls.
I deleted all my text messages. Look at all these no caller IDs.
The point I'm trying to make is the worst thing she did was get on the internet and tell this exact story. Because when they bring this video in court, how are you going to explain the things that were said in this video? And then when he countersues you, it's going to look crazy because he's going to win. Because you basically admitted the only reason you came to the internet and said this stuff about him is because he didn't apologize to you the way you wanted. Again, I do not support any wrongdoing that anyone does to anybody. I do not support any form of bullying. What I am just telling you is, from a legal standpoint, the smartest thing you would have done was talk to the cops. And yes, I can speak on this topic because I was once a victim of my female babysitter. Everybody knows this story. Got the burns to prove it if you guys don't want to, you feel me? Big shout outs to the live though. We was lit. We're going to be back on tonight.
everything's gonna be brought to the light, shining bright, shining bright.
What up, y'all? It's your boy on Deficit, and as always, I'm gonna fill y'all in what's going on in hip hop today, and maybe a little more than that. But check it out. This Diddy stuff's going big. I've been talking to y'all about this for like 5 years now. From when I was told I was crazy that Diddy would never get rated, and then it happened. Ain't nobody wanted to give me credit that I predicted that. And you know, from me saying that Drake was gonna go down, and everyone said that would never happen, and then Kendrick Lamar and Drake beef happened, and all this stuff is connected. But you know, the way 50 is rolling out the carpet for people to speak up against Diddy, I understand. He can't go with the nitty gritty stuff that I've been giving y'all for years, telling y'all is going down. Because one, it's just too much to throw out at once. And you gotta tread careful with that. Because there's certain politicians that are involved in it, and they ain't getting their names spoken about without somebody catching some pneumonia and some information gets leaked or something. You know, somebody has an accident, and 50 don't want to have none of those problems. He already got, you know, that bouquet sent to him. So, you know, he got to tread lightly. He can't be outing politicians that partook in these parties, because them men's don't play around. They ain't trying to have their good name sullied. You feel me? And then not to mention, you know, that people would start finding out that all this Diddy stuff is actually also connected to, you know, a certain island where we want a list that exists, but then it didn't exist, but now it exists again. But now we got to raise eyebrow with a fearless leader. You know, let's not also forget that all this crazy Hollywood stuff, you know, where they making something that sounds like films, you know, and yeah, all that stuff that's on the dark web that the Navy made. Yeah, like military people couldn't have connection with all that stuff that's on there, with the interweb, uncensored. Nobody really can know who you are if you're really good at it. Yeah, nah, not at all. Don't start thinking like that. Don't, because then you might catch pneumonia, or, you know, have an accident. And I don't want to catch no pneumonia or have no accidents. So I'm just saying, you know, like, that could, but maybe not. But even if I had proof, I probably wouldn't show it, because then I might get some pneumonia a week later. And I don't want none of that. But just think about all you're seeing, and think about how it may be connected.
Spiderweb, y'all. Big spiderweb. Yo, appreciate everybody. We got 11 people in the building, man. Don't forget to drop the likes. Oh, we got the likes matching. Oh my God. We at work today. Okay, I see you. I see
Haven't been in any pictures. You got your makeup on and your hair's done. You ready to get I gotta stay camera ready. You taught me that. Are you ready for yours now?
Farnsworth Bentley
Mm. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the StreamYard right now, but it is kind of fuckery. Fucking. Yeah, good thing. All right, just checking for the mic. You know what I'm saying?
I have to work 40 hours a week just so I can have a place to live. 40 hours a week makes me $2,000 a month, and my rent is $1,660. So I work 40 hours a week so I can have a 2-bedroom apartment and an extra $300 a month. Like, it doesn't cover my phone, internet, food, you know? So not only do I not have any extra money, but just working makes me so exhausted that I don't have time either. Like, I get off work at 5:30, come home, and I'm just so tired. Anything that I need to do outside of work, I then just push off to like the weekend, and I'm like, I'm just too tired to do this after work. I'll wait until Saturday. So then I end up with so much to do on the weekend that ends up having to be split into 2 days. So I have to do stuff on both Saturday and Sunday. So then I don't get a day off. I don't get a day to relax. I don't get to decompress. So it is really like working 7 days a week.
Mm. Mm. Mm-mm. You know, it really does take two in this world. You know what I'm saying? You got or stay living with your family until you buy you a house, and they buy a house next to your house, and then, like, come on now, Mexicans do it. Why can't you? Simple as that.
Now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey. Oh, Lord of mercy.
This statement from Cat Williams was one of the realest statements from his interview. As you can see here, Chris Tucker was on Jeffrey Epstein's flight log. He was on a flight with President William J. Clinton, none other than Bill Clinton himself. He was on the flight with Kevin Spacey. There you can see his name, Chris Tucker, Jeffrey Epstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell. And as you can see here in this picture, it's Chris Tucker with one of Jeffrey Epstein's victims. Like, this picture speaks for itself. That's not even to mention just the people on the flight itself are really suspicious. Like Kevin Spacey, we know all the allegations with him and what has went on. And of course, we cannot forget about good old Bill Clinton. Like, his name has already been...
Mm. His name holds gold in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? For adultery and fellatio in the office. Said, I'm not rich. We can't see the damn picture. I know, I hate when they do that shit, Boogie. But like I be telling y'all, man, go on Telegram. That shit all up on there. You know what I'm saying? Telegram is where you want to go. Point you guys to the well. You guys sip it all you want. For them people who thirst for that knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like that good old Russian espionage knowledge. And people got the intel, you know what I'm saying? And they give us the intel. And we'll be like, you know what? I'm not in cahoots with you guys. I just want to know what's going on over here. That's all.
Now is Epstein Island Chris Tucker, not Smokey. Oh, Lord of mercy.
Yeah. More for the walk right here. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey man, these bitches is trying to open up my crib. Who the fuck is these damn white people, man? Huh? So you can't be coming up to people's cribs like that with people in the neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Oh, they're one of those."
Those are a toxic crack dealer, and that's a
Watch when she knows the camera. mm. Say like this, man. People come up to your property and start trying to open your door, and they white people. They ain't the right people to be around. You know what I'm saying? These people trying to break and enter. That was attempted breaking and entering. Real talk. That is a crime. So they got to step it real quick.
Divorcing the Black. Tyler Perry's latest movie has
Worst
been.
movie ever.
Yeah, God.
Humiliation ritual.
Yeah, in the first 8 minutes.
Very funny.
Just what the. I mean, if anyone thought about us in some kind of way, that's to show that, to put that in.
Tyler Perry has been making black people look like buffoons and idiots for years, and pawning it off as culture. Oh, this is our culture. This is how we is. No, that's not how we is.
What do you feel happened to Black Hollywood to where it used to be an event to put out a black movie?
Tyler Perry happened to Black Hollywood, and he did it by using stupid, ignorant, so-called Christian to fund all of his very homosexual behavior. He ain't Richard Smallwood. He's a whole cross-dressing weirdo. Let's just be honest. It was Black American churches that made Tyler Perry rich. They went to all his plays.
That's real talk too. I forgot to unmute it. My bad. Like I said, this shit's acting very laggy. But hey, man, Dennis, if you want to donate, go ahead, bro. I don't think the competition's here yet. You know what I'm saying? We gotta wait till the end of the week for the competition. Yeah, Tyler Perry freaked out. He should be. You know how many ranchers that nigga got? Him, Oprah Winfrey, and all them people. I think Mike Tyson's the only one who might make it out like on top. I don't even know about that though. He seems a little dirty.
I'm going to break in for a second. We're getting word from inside the United States government that James Comey has been indicted by a grand jury in Richmond, Virginia. 2 counts. We don't have the indictment yet, but we have confirmation from federal sources that an indictment was handed up just about 20 minutes ago in Richmond, Virginia, federal grand jury. We'll keep an eye on this through the rest of the show and bring you up to speed. But a significant moment, the first FBI director in the history of this country.
And that was lengthy deliberation. I didn't think it was going to come.
Yeah, no, we didn't know what was going to happen here. We'll get everyone up to speed.
Right there is justice. Okay? Justice. I'm glad that happened. Get that motherfucker up out of there. But damn, dog, the whole thing is like these people should have been in Guantanamo Bay. Okay? Why does it take so long for them to just start doing their job? That's what I wonder. Oh, it's because of Democrats, that's right.
Man, you people were serious on Disney. Disney, $3 billion estimated loss in just maybe 3 or 4 days. You guys really had a long talk with Disney. $3 billion. People were canceling their timeshare vacations. They're canceling literal ownership of timeshare condos. They're canceling lifetime memberships with Disney World. I'm witnessing a empire lose, and the people are speaking, and they're speaking very loud. I mean, I know people that are literally canceling memberships that they've had for decades. Man, Disney, you really stepped on your own ass. And quite frankly, I don't think bringing Jimmy Kimmel back is going to do anything except fuel the fire of pissed that people are at you right now. You really underestimated your fan base. You made a decision that hurt the quality of your reputation, and now you must sit back and face the lashes.
Yeah. I don't know why he went to the whipping metaphor. I mean, it is a black mouse after all that runs that organization. But I digress.
Fox News alert, something very peculiar just happened on the floor of the House. Take a look.
This is to notify you formally, pursuant to Rule 8 of the Rules of the House of Representatives, that I, the Honorable Nancy Pelosi, Speaker Emerita and U.S. Representative for the 11th Congressional District of California, have been served with third-party subpoenas from the prosecution and the defendant to produce documents in a criminal case in the United States District Court for the Northern District of California.
So Nancy Pelosi is being subpoenaed in a criminal case. What criminal case? That person who isn't Nancy Pelosi wouldn't say. Could it be related to the hammer attack on her husband, Paulie P? Because that trial starts next week. Does it have something to do with her husband's DUI? Or is there something behind door number 3? Maybe a little insider trading. The son's shady business dealings. We don't know. We asked Pelosi's office to explain. They said no comment. But subpoenas aren't nothing, especially in a criminal case. It suggests there's something Nancy does not want to hand over voluntarily. You don't subpoena the willing.
Message. Why are people getting indicted? But it's all right. Let's get it.
Trump said you are no longer obligated to make 3 times the rent in order to move somewhere. Now, y'all, that just didn't make sense to me, because a while back I was trying to figure out, like, I know they're trying to make it to where, oh, we want to make sure that you are able to, you know, pay your bills and still provide for yourself at the same time, so there's no excuses as to why you shouldn't be able to pay rent. But come on, man. I think a lot of landlords is finna be ticked off and mad because of the simple fact, if your rent is $1,700, let's say the rent $2,000, you want me to make $6,000 a month? You want me to make $6,000 a month just to be able to pay $2,000 a month in bills? It really doesn't make sense to me. So I know a lot of landlords ticked off and they finna be mad because that's law. And I don't give a damn what people say, oh, well, Trump can't tell the landlord what to do. Hey, if Trump put a law in effect and he says it's law, y'all. If Congress passes it, a lot of people about to be in trouble. God bless y'all, man.
I like that one. I like that. That's law. That's law.
Some interesting news has just hit my information portal. News coming from Alabama, Tennessee, and Georgia. There are items that are flying out of the sky and hitting the ground. Some thought it was an earthquake, when in reality, after images were found, it looks as if a streak of or a ball of fire is coming from the sky, literally, and hitting specific destinations, and it is actually causing the ground to rumble and shake. And this has literally happened where my home is, and my children are reaching out to me to tell me that something is happening. And so now I thought I would just come on here and let you know that there are reports of not just this happening in Georgia, but it's also happening in Tennessee as well as Alabama. If you have any information, please share it with the community. If you just so happen to want to reach out and let me know if you've heard of anything or seen anything, please share that directly in my comments or in my inbox. Let's find out exactly what this is. If I find out anything, since I am at this conference, I'll be happy to share that. But definitely start getting that word out, because something is happening. And is it cosmic or what?
Hurry up and pass that motherfucker. The sky ain't did shit out here for real. Hey, look, I'm gonna say like this, Boogie. Only thing that's gonna come up out of Memphis is the next Messiah, like Elon Musk said. You know what I mean? This motherfucker gonna make something from that supercomputer that he got over there called Stargate, and that shit gonna fuck up everybody. You think I'm playing? Pretty sure that shit's connected to the underground super collider that we got over here in Geneva or Batavia. I don't know why I said Geneva, but Batavia. You know what I'm saying? Fermilab. All connected, you guys. It's all connected. Ley lines. The beast's waking up. These people are over here trying to create the anarchy, but this is the golden age and we got the dome. They just don't want to leave us alone. That's what it is. That's what it is. But you know what? Well, we prosper.
I want you guys to hear exactly what just happened at the Pentagon with Pete Hegseth. All right, take a listen.
No one other than President Trump could have achieved the peace that what we believe will be a lasting peace in Gaza. And Qatar played a substantial role from the beginning, working with our folks to ensure that came about. So I want to thank you for that historic peace. We look forward to joining the president as that
Wait for it.
It's already been delivered, but as that's formally signed as well. And I'm also proud that today we're signing a letter of acceptance to build a Qatari Emiri Air Force facility at the Mountain Home Air Base in Idaho. The location will be host a contingent of Qatari F-15s and pilots to enhance our combined training, increase lethality, interoperability. It's just another example of our partnership. And I hope you know, Your Excellency, that you can count on us.
Okay, the reason why this is important is because, what the fuck? Like, that's why this is important. It makes your very first thought, no matter how much you love this current administration, your very first thought is, I guess that plane from Qatar wasn't free after all. So, I was curious, so I started asking a bunch of questions, and I'm like, give me a little bit more information about Qatar. Give me more information about why we would have them their own military base in Idaho. Also, like, how many other foreign countries have military bases in our country? And these are questions that you guys are going to want answered as well. So this is the answers that I have piled together, right? And it says here, Qatar's friendliness depends on the context. Because I'm like, how friendly exactly is Qatar? Like, in the long term, in the grand scheme of things, what are they like? And, you know, it's like, well, are you asking politically? Are you asking socially? Are you asking personally? Because I guess it does change. So as a nation, according to this, Qatar maintains a natural and pragmatic foreign policy, fostering relations with diverse countries, including the U.S., Iran, and Saudi Arabia, often acting as a mediator in regional conflicts like those in Gaza or Yemen, which is what they're saying now, that because of Qatar is why they were able to reach the deal that they have reached for Gaza and Israel and whatnot, right? Says it hosted major events like the 2022 FIFA World Cup or FIFA World Cup. You guys know that already, I'm sure. Projecting an image, projecting an image of openness, but it's strict cultural norms and laws rooted in Islamic tradition can feel restrictive to outsiders. Think modest dress codes and limited alcohol access. Human rights concerns, especially regarding migrant workers and LGBTQ plus issues, have drawn criticism, especially with reports from Amnesty International noting labor abuses during the World Cup preparation.
Running game. They running game. But hey, we ain't done. Like I said before, the UN been trying to come in here and pull Red Dawn, you know what I'm saying? If they ever try that, dude, there'll be a new dawn coming up on their ass. Tell you that much. New dawn. Let's get it.
They knew. The media knew, the Fed knew, the bureaucrats in Washington, D.C. knew, and they said nothing. While President Donald J. Trump was out front celebrating America's explosive growth, they were sitting on a landmine of hidden data that could have changed everything. One day. One day. That's all it would have taken for the Federal Reserve to cut rates, but they didn't, because the truth was held back up until it was too late. So now here's the twist that nobody saw coming. The so-called terrible jobs report, it wasn't a collapse. It was a purge of nearly 500,000 illegal workers from the U.S. labor force and the rise of 383,000 new American jobs. You heard that right, guys. This wasn't economic failure. It was Trump's America First strategy in full force. And even Trump didn't fully realize it up until it was too late. Now, tonight, you're going to hear from a steel industry CEO who just shattered the media's lies. You're also going to find out why President Trump fired the head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics and why even CNN is being forced to quietly admit that Trump's immigration and trade policies are actually working. Now, this wasn't just a setup of media bias. It was a story beyond lies, and it was just a complete setup. Now, once you see the full picture, you're never going to trust the headlines again. So I want to go ahead and break it all down, starting with the hidden numbers and the explosive truth that the media didn't want you to find. If you appreciate the news updates, hit the like button and subscribe. So let's rewind back to August 2nd, 2025. The headlines, they were brutal. Trump's economy stalls, job growth collapses, markets react to disastrous numbers. It was not good, right? So this is what the media was screaming after the Bureau of Labor Statistics released the July jobs reports numbers, claiming that only 73,000 jobs were created, which was far short of their 100,000 plus estimate. Now, the narrative was simple. Trump's economic miracle is over. And what did President Trump do? He fired the head of the BLS, Erica McIntyre, right on the spot, called the numbers rigged, accused her of playing the same games that she played back in 2020, right before the election, reporting beautiful numbers for Biden and Kamala, and then quietly correcting them after the ballots were in. But this time, the stakes were even higher, because this wasn't just about jobs. It was about interest rates, markets, credibility, and the Fed. But what if Trump wasn't overreacting? What if the data really was manipulated, or worse, intentionally timed to block something huge? Because just one day before that BLS report dropped, the Federal Reserve announced that it would not cut interest rates. Isn't
that funny? That sounds funny. You know what I mean?
They knew. The media knew. The Fed knew. The bureaucrats in Washington, D.C.
If they gonna, you know what I'm saying, pull that shit, they might as well just help people out. You know what I'm saying? It's that simple. It's that simple.
When we first come here as new souls, your childhood is supposed to be spent with you mastering all of the necessary skills that you will need to fulfill your soul contract while being down here on this planet that you now call Earth. Is that how childhood goes? That's not how childhood goes. Most kids over here, when you grow up on this planet, you come right into pain. They force you into programming centers as early as 2. It's called preschool. By 5, they send you to school and they begin to place you under light code lockdown by programming your subconscious with electrical codes. These codes hide behind a name that you know is education. You don't want to be educated. We have all been educated. To educate you is to enslave or entrap, just like to entertain. Educate comes from the Greek word adjudicate. Adjudicate is when they would beat you and bind you to trees and beat you with metal poles and pipes and whips until you learned your name or learn whatever word they were trying to teach you. They would adjudicate you.
Some real shit right there, y'all. I feel like we've been educated like that all our lives.
I just read this article about the income that is considered poverty level in 2025. It's pretty interesting, to say the least. According to the Bureau of Labor Statistics, grocery prices have surged 28% since 2019. Gas prices have surged more than a third over the same time period. And renters are spending 31% more on their leases than they were 6 years ago. Now, with saying that, let me explain how the poverty line is defined. The poverty line is established to determine the minimum income a person or a household needs to fulfill their basic requirements, meaning food, clothing, and shelter. And the U.S. Census Bureau is directed each year to establish the poverty threshold. There is very little information available on how they form their calculations. But what is known is the calculation increases as the family size increases. Now that
Okay. But they ain't been doing that. They ain't been doing that at all. My pockets is low. Family increasing. Pockets decreasing. Where's that at? Let's get it.
Why is it that poor people have to die to be rich, but rich people get to be rich like right now? America, let's just talk plain. You ain't figured it out yet. Rich people have been running the same hustle on you for centuries. They wrap themselves in religion, tell you to keep your head down, work hard, suffer quietly, accept your crumbs, because your real reward is coming later. See, you're going to get your mansion in the sky after you die. Meanwhile, what are rich folks doing? They're not waiting on no heaven. They get in the bag right now. They're flying private, eating off plates that cost more than your rent, and stacking more money than you could ever dream of. But somehow, rich folks still got the nerve to tell you, calm down, little one. You don't need wealth in this life. God's going to bless you in the afterlife. That's a scam, y'all. It's the greatest Ponzi scheme ever told. While you and your family wait on salvation, rich people are living like gods on earth, coveting cash, dripping in luxury, and claiming they're holy. So let me ask you, why do you have to wait until you die to get riches? Because honestly, the only reason you're not seeing them now is because greedy rich people are hoarding all the stuff at the top and keeping it for themselves. And I'm going to tell you something. If you really want to ask the classic question, what would Jesus do? I don't think he would sit back and watch the rich exploit the poor, the sick, the elderly, and our most vulnerable. So now I got to flip this back on you. Are you going to be like Jesus and stand up for the poor? Or are you going to keep worshiping these rich people like they're gods? Because the way I see it, heaven ain't some place after death. Heaven is watching billionaires squirm when working people figure out the scam.
That part. That's what we need. That part.
A human being quick to call you racist when you talk about this type of conversation. When you talk about the fact that we created these deserts. When you talk about the fact that we can channel the frequency of the sun, we the only ones that can do that. Nothing on the planet can channel the frequency of the sun but us. But if you talk like that, now you're deemed a racist. They don't want to say that we are gods and goddesses that created the cosmos and created everything. They rather give that credit to and say the aliens made it. They don't want you to go within. They want you to stay without. That's why they created religion for you and made 8, 9 different denominations for your ass. To keep you divided against yourself.
But we'll be united. We ain't standing divided. We fall together as a tribe, you know what I'm saying? But some will survive.
I'm about to play all the videos, but Ty Lil is going to win in court against Jordan Pauline. Because why did she say if he apologized for the disrespect, she would have never accused him of SA?
Harassed, manipulated, gaslit, everything but an apology. And if niggas would have apologized, I would have reconsidered even speaking on this.
Wait, there's more videos, but because you didn't apologize the way I like, I'm going to accuse you of these actions. That's wild to say. Then they asked her, was it Baby Rich that did it to her? And she said this.
Fuck no, not Baby Rich. Ew.
Ew? We care about the attraction of somebody that just committed a crime against us? Hey, Free, did these girls rob you? No, ew, not my type. What? Also, she deleted her story time, but it's right here for y'all that want to watch the full clip by yourself.
Like, well, he's like, you don't like me? I've always had a crush on you since you did that Been a Dawn stream. Like, you've always been, like, my crush, da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you have a girlfriend? Like, no. Like, if you actually courted me and actually wanted to talk to me, then it would be a different story. This is me saying that to him.
If he actually liked you or wanted to be with you, you would have let him tap again. What?
I felt disrespected. I felt disgusting. You know what I'm saying? It would have been a different story if somebody actually liked me, courted me, wanted to get to know me.
Again, we're talking about a serious accusation right now. And repeatedly throughout your video, you just keep talking about if he actually liked you or wanted to be with you or he apologized, then you wouldn't have taken it this far. Listen to this next video I'm about to play. Mind you, they're both under the influence. She never stated that he held her down, forced her, anything. This is what she said.
The reason why he stopped anyway is because I started boohoo crying, you guys. I'm crying like this. He was like, why are you crying? I'm like, because like I didn't want to like, you know, and he's like, oh, well, I'm gonna talk to you again. I'm like, I don't care if you talk to me again. It doesn't matter if you talk to me again. It's the simple fact of like me not wanting to even go down that route because you have a fucking girlfriend.
You revoked consent and he stopped. Your words. He did not try to continue after you revoked consent. That is not considered. The next day you tell him if he didn't have a girlfriend, it would be a different story to try again.
My crush, da-da-da-da. I'm like, bro, you have a girlfriend? Like, no, like, if you actually courted me and actually wanted to talk to me, then it would be a different story. This is me saying that to him. And of course,
then she admits in the thing that she didn't file a report yet. She says that after this live, I'm going to get my report ready. I mean, 3-4 days passed. You never called the cops. You only took it this far because you felt disrespected. Then you admit that he has video call recording of you that may prove his innocence, but you say it's illegal in California to record someone without them knowing.
Disrespectful. He's taping me. In the state of California, you cannot tape someone's phone call without their recollection. You cannot tape someone's phone call. Like, you really cannot tape someone's phone call, you guys. He's like, I'm like, well,
that sounds as if like you're not trying to let him release the recording of y'all conversation or legal action. Like, why wouldn't you want the conversation leaked? Then you say you deleted all your messages with him. You just kept phone calls.
I deleted all my text messages. Look at all these no caller IDs.
The point I'm trying to make is the worst thing she did was get on the internet and tell this exact story. Because when they bring this video in court, how are you going to explain the things that were said in this video? And then when he countersues you, it's going to look crazy because he's going to win. Because you basically admitted the only reason you came to the internet and said this stuff about him is because he didn't apologize to you the way you wanted. Again, I do not support any wrongdoing that anyone does to anybody. I do not support any form of bullying. What I am just telling you is, from a legal standpoint, the smartest thing you would have done was talk to the cops. And yes, I can speak on this topic because I was once a victim of my female babysitter. Everybody knows this story. Got the burns to prove it if you guys don't want to, you feel me? Big shout outs to the live though. We was lit. We're going to be back on tonight.
You know, you just gotta be careful, you know, about the package. I told you about R. Kelly, what he said, bro. Is a lot of people got the package, bro, but then they're gonna tell you. A lot of people got the package.
Why celebrities, though? I feel like celebrities don't have much power to influence.
If I want to stay on this level, and I don't want to bend over no couches. I told you this. And I don't want to do certain things to be able to be above Chris Brown and certain people. Bro, I promise to God, bro, you're going to have to take a shot or something. Or if not, take it up the ass. Ain't nobody just going to get a couple $1 million and you ain't. Don't nobody. I'm Orlando, bro. How many people are more famous than me? And how did it happen?
Mm-hmm. That part. You know what I'm saying?
You see, the more at peace you become,
the less you tolerate chaos. You stop explaining yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. You stop showing up in places that disturb your calm. You start choosing silence over proving your point, distance over forced connection. It's not arrogance.
It's understanding.
These people are supposed to be spreading energy to people, but they don't like people. They'd rather stay home by themselves. Many of the second wave live alone. They work from their homes. They have no desire to go out and mix with people. They don't like the energies of the other people.
But we do see that every day.
The hate you gave little infants, UCK, everybody. Meaning, what you feed us as seeds grows and blows up in your face. That's thug life.
One more time.
The hate you gave little infants, UCK, everybody. Meaning, what you feed us as seeds grows and blows up in your face. That's thug life.
You get it? Can you dig it? Thug life. Thug life. Ain't no way I'd rather be. Let's get it. You know what?
A potentially tough break for government employees.
Look at this.
Maybe like scrolling through dance videos or
Look at this.
demos in their downtime. Because the Senate last night unanimously passed a bill to ban the Chinese-owned app TikTok on government-issued devices, citing security concerns. National security officials have warned the Chinese government could use the platform for spying, with FBI Director Chris Wray even saying Beijing could use the app to take control of people's phones. Joining me right now is NBC's
Now we know what the real deal is, because you get all the real news and all the real information and truth up off of this motherfucker right here. Well, that's the first step. That is the first step. So y'all know we about to turn up then. Fuck it. No holds bars, bitch. Balls out in this hole. Let all the information out now, bitch.
All that means is this, bro. Because I think dude got it misunderstood and he heard something that he didn't hear. The government, all their devices can't have TikTok on it. We can have TikTok on our devices. We're not government. Remember that. But yo, I like to appreciate y'all for coming through. Gotta save some videos for tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to bring Divine up here again. We're gonna get it in, you know what I'm saying? So I'll catch y'all on the next one, alright, y'all?
Mars. Only a fool would include his own death as part of a plan. Young lady.
Mars so cold, I think I'm done with ice. Birds, if I leave her, she gon' die. Well, bitch, you done with life. Okay.
Friends are some of the fakest people you ever have in your life. Because friends will never allow you to just be yourself. Oh, man, nigga, you sound like you're getting weak. Oh, man, you sound like you get. They ain't gonna let you say, man, I'm hurt right now, homie. I feel like hurt. They gonna go tell somebody, man, nigga talking about killing himself. So, friends don't check on nobody. Family go check on your family. Because friends have to fake with one another. Friends have to be fake in order for us to be real friends. I can't tell you, nigga, you wrong when you wrong.
I felt that! My bad. That shit hit me. That shit hit me, man. That shit touched me on another level.
Homie,
I ain't never
friends
screamed
don't
in an
let each
interview
other
like
be
that.
who
My
they
bad.
really want to be, my nigga. I got to be who you want me to be so we can remain friends. If I tell you I don't like this, I don't want to kick that nigga, I don't want to rob that nigga, and we from the same hood, but we friends. I can't go against my friend because my friend gonna quit me. So if I'm really your friend, I can tell you no. I can tell you I don't like this. I don't want to do this. Say, homie, I'm on the phone with my girl. Can you cut this down? And you don't say, oh, man, nigga caking on the phone. My friend understand this is my girl. So when he heard me talking to my girl, he cut the music down. Without shaming me. Friends wake up every day to shame one another. Why do you want me to believe when you call me, homie, and we Jones and high side? What friends do with each other. But man, my family ain't gonna do this. So I build a family away from a family, nigga.
We had a saying where we would be like, peace, be safe. But then we heard Nipsey say, stay dangerous. And I never understood it. But then when I finally understood it, it hit me like a ton of bricks. Stay dangerous. Because when you are, you're aware. If you're part of the danger, you can see the danger around you as well. You have to stay dangerous. Because if we're not, we're going to get caught unaware. And then we're just a pawn being used. When you carry yourself like a king, you will be.